Miami is often misquoted, as it is misunderstood. It's a city more known for its luxury and sensationalism than its art or literary scene. There is a distinct culture that's virtually unexplainable unless you've lived it. Its essence gets lost in translation. These idiosyncrasies are never more perfectly captured than in April during National Poetry Month. This is a story about how Yo Amo 305 and Oh Miami injected poetry into the city's fundamental beliefs and rituals in order to disrupt daily life. Our objective was to have this city actively participate in the cultural odyssey that is Miami.
Yo Amo and Oh Miami activated two projects, one of which was Larry on the Lawn, which was in Hialeah, Westchester, and FIU. And we chose those areas because we felt like they were more suburban, it was a little more of a disruption to the routine, and it was just a generally good area for people to interact with the poetry.
Oh Miami Poetry Festival is a month-long festival. It began in 2011, so this is our fifth festival this year. Every year it begins on April 1st and ends on April 30th, and within that 30-day period the mission is for every single person in Miami-Dade County to encounter a poem. So Larry on the Lawn is a project to put campaign political signs on people's lawn that have poems on them. That was proposed to us by Yo Amo 305. And so that's one aspect of it that I really love, is that, you know, here's this forum that's basically reserved for really famous people or very public people, and then here's this poet who most people haven't heard of but was really incredible and has influenced a lot of poets who are writing right now, and fiction writers too, and non-fiction writers. So going into this year, we noticed from 2015 that we hadn't done very well in West Kendall, we hadn't done very well in Opa-locka, and we hadn't done very well in Hialeah. But these are three really important communities in Miami-Dade County. They're all, especially Hialeah and West Kendall, they're very populous. So we said, okay, let's try and do projects in those three neighborhoods and make sure that this year we're doing something meaningful in all three of them. And so with Larry on the Lawn, like, oh, this is perfect. You know, especially West Kendall and Hialeah, these are very suburban kind of places, perfect for lawn signs.
So the reactions that we got from the locals were pretty varied, but in my opinion, a lot more positive than I thought. We didn't get many people that were very angry. If they were upset, it was really respectful. We had someone come out in our lawn, sort of shoo us. We had someone else actually take the sign out of their lawn and give it to us and just say respectfully, hey, I'm sorry, I just don't want this on my lawn. For the most part, people were really happy. We had this one guy that came out of his house and we had just staked this sign on his lawn, not in the questionable area in front of his house where it could be city property. Like, we really put this on his lawn, and he came out and he wasn't even upset. He actually didn't understand what it was about, and he thought that it was a political message, but he just didn't understand it. So he was actually pretty friendly about it. He just asked us what it was all about. We told him it was poetry, and he was even more happy.
Reactions would be varied, but they'd all, I think, involve some sort of surprise or joy or some kind of recognition from the person that this is outside my normal routine, and somebody has given me something not because they want me to buy something or because they want me to vote for the candidate that they prefer, but because they want me to experience something different, you know, today, and something that might give me meaning or joy or pleasure or something along those lines.
Podrá mis ojos la postrera sombra que me llevare al blanco día, y podrá desatar esta alma mía ahora su afán ansiosa lisonjera, mas no des otra parte en la ribera, dejará la memoria en donde ardía. Nadar sabe mi llama la agua fría, y perder el respeto a ley severa.
We also distributed coffee cups for our Cafecito campaign, and that went primarily to Versailles, Gilbert's, Palacio de los Jugos, and a few other ventanitas across Miami. The Cafecito cups were these beautiful little paper cups for espresso featuring Hialeah haikus. So our aim for that was really to put them in the cultural DNA of the city, which we know everyone gets cafecito at several points throughout the day, and we thought how unexpected to have some poetry on the cups. But we wanted to pick poetry that would resonate with that target. So we know that if you're going to get your cafecito, you're definitely in the culture, you get what Miami's about, and what better way to represent that than Hialeah haikus. So if you've never seen Hialeah haikus, they're sort of featuring Miamiisms, and you just really have to understand the city to get the poetry behind it. Yo Amo 305, one of the biggest things that we try to do is just get more visibility on the city and get the locals to be really excited about the culture. So I feel like we accomplished that with the cafecito cups for sure. My send-off message is thank you so much for supporting every time you share a photo with us and like it, or go to a ventanita and ask, or put a Larry on the lawn on your property. We're just so thankful that you interacted with it.
Alma a quien todo un Dios prisión ha sido, venas que humor a tanto fuego han dado, médulas que han gloriosamente